right, so like we said, we are going to be doing our embossing folder on vellum today. And we have one of our everyday life albums here with our beautiful Just Say Scrap embossing folders title on it. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Stay tuned for September 1st for something maybe similar to this. Anyway, so this is actually using one of the Close to My Heart Cricut alphabets. Do you remember which one you used? Okay, well, we will tell you what we used on this one of these days. By the time we get to throw it together Thursday, we will tell you what this alphabet is. It is one of the Close to My Heart Cricut cartridges, so it is something that we have exclusive to Close to My Heart. But as we showed you last time when we were showing you how to put these all together, we've got all of our embossing folders here. So I'm going to use, which one should we use? Want to use like a floral pattern? Confetti's always fun. Let's use confetti. Confetti. All right. So I've got my confetti embossing folder out here, and I've got my vellum, but obviously I've got to cut it down. So I'm going to take my Fiskars cutter, and I'm going to make it a card size. So the card size is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I had to unlock my scoring blade here. And we're gonna go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2.
Art booking.
Art booking. Okay, it is our art booking Cricut. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Should look that up pretty quick. Pulling in my cuddle bug. Putting that down. I have it on my Versa mat just to make sure that it stays nice and strong. And then I'm going to be just putting my vellum at the bottom of my embossing folder. So this one, it's called confetti. So you can see like the confetti is being thrown and then it lands on the end. So I want to make sure that I get a good sample of my embossing folder here. So I'm going to put it in the middle, closer to the bottom though, so I get a lot of that confetti looking stuff between our two B plates. Yeah, that feels right. Ah, isn't that a nice sound? Feel the vellum going through. And, ta-da! Now I've got awesome vellum. So let me pull this apart. Off to the side. Isn't that so cool? So you can clearly see the vellum on how it was embossed. Isn't that awesome? Just to show you another embossing folder, I'm also going to pull out the damask. And that is what the damask one looks like, which I think is really cool. I loved this embossing folder when we had it. But when you actually have it in your hands, I don't know if you can really see it on video, but it is raised. You can use either a dauber with an ink pad and go over it, and it will actually grab all that raised surfaces. Also, like we did last week with the white on white with the texture paste, it's something that's awesome that I can also go on top of something like this. Or you could actually lay this over texture paste on a paper. So that would also look cool. Because the vellum is also see-through, you can put other things under it, like sequins, or like the texture paste, or like the shimmer brushes, a stamp, anything like that. You can put it underneath the vellum and it will show through. Maybe not with a pattern that's as crazy as this, but if you have something that's more simple or more stretched out, that's super easy to see through, you could use that. We also actually used to have the circle diffuser and the square diffuser. We did a technique on them in the past, but if you use the circle or the square, you would have that extra space too on your vellum. That would then have a see-through spot, which would be easier for you to see a stamp or something underneath it. You can also actually draw on vellum with markers as well. So if you, let's say you had the heart embossing folder and you had all the hearts, you could actually color certain hearts that were popped up and stuff like that. So, and another fun technique is you can actually rip the edges of this. So I think it's perfect for the damask because it's a more olden look.
Yes, and then you could distress the edges with ink.
Yes, you can. So there you have it. You've got a ripped piece and it looks more olden, which is really cool as well. But you can also, like Mom said, you could distress the edges and everything like that, and you have an awesome embossed vellum.
And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Also, we would love to know where you guys are from. So if you've been watching us, please let us know in the comments below where you've been watching from. You can leave a comment either here on YouTube, you could leave it on our blog, you can leave it on our Facebook page, anywhere, and we're gonna write them all down and we'll shout out to all the different places that people have been watching from.
And also, let us know what your favorite technique was.
Yeah.
We'd love to know.
It could be anything super simple or more complex, whatever you would like to share with us. So,
and if you want to tell us what you'd like to see, please do that also.
Yeah. And we'll see you next Tuesday for 101. Bye. Bye. Ready?
Yes.
Tuesday number 100. 101.
100.
Daddy looks like he's gonna fall into it.
Quiet on set. What are these called, Mom? It's a really cool material? Or
Yes.
it's a really cool texture.